Hi. We'll dive into every sign of the Zodiac and the messages that are coming through for May 2021. But first, I'm going to share a message I'm getting from Spirit, getting from the guides about balancing your energies, because that's going to be very important in May. Keeping your energies balanced, keeping all the parts of you in as much balance and connection as possible. We talk a lot about grounding, and grounding is really important, connecting with nature and feeling grounded in the earth. That is important. But that's only one of 4 elements that it's really important to remain balanced in, or to work with balance in. It's not realistic to expect ourselves to remain balanced all the time, of course, but to strive for balance, to work with these elements is very important. So the groundingness, earth, yes, that's one of those elements. Important to make sure you are connecting with the earth underneath you, and with greenery and trees and everything that is of the earth. The other elements that are important, however, also are water, fire, and air. Also very, very important. And what these elements symbolize and are connected with in your life. So I'm going to be recording a meditation where I'm being shown the 4 archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, coming in and helping with each of those elements to help you get balance in each of those. Water is so important because you are working with your feelings, with your emotions, with water, with healing. Air is how we receive our messages. This has to do with the mind, and it has to do with getting that new, fresh energy and air in. And then finally, fire, that has to do with that spirit knowing, that guidance, that passion, that soul, that core soul connection. So I'll be recording that meditation that you can use throughout the month to help you stay in that balanced state as much as possible, or come back to it when you feel out of balance. Think of those 4 legs of a table. It's very important that all 4 are balanced, or your table's going to be wobbly. Well, in May, we have some big things happening. We do have a full lunar eclipse with the full moon on the 26th. The moon isn't going to be in Sagittarius. And so that's going to be an intense energy. All of these energies that are happening are changing and shifting ourselves on all levels, and our lives to reflect that. So staying in balance, or not staying, but just working with balance, playing with balance, is going to be so key this month. At least getting to the point where you can recognize when you are feeling out of balance, and where you can recognize which element, fire, earth, air, or water, you need to bring in the most at that time. So that's going to be very important this month. And the other thing that will be important is to remember that when you're walking on your soul path, when you're listening to your guidance, you are being provided for and protected. Those 4 legs and those 4 archangels and those 4 elements, and that stability is there for you. And the card that I was being shown with this message is the 4 of Wands, which does talk about the protection that you can know you have and enjoy, the being supported, the having everything you need. That's going to look a lot different from a mind perspective than it has in the past now. So being balanced, anchored, working with those elements, and feeling connected is going to be more important than ever this month, this May. And then finally, the other message I'm getting is about trusting that the right connections for you are being brought in, the right people are being brought into your life, and that your life is being changed and molded to reflect all those changes you've been going through on the inside. So that's happening in a big way this month. So let go as much as possible. Let go of that mind holding on. Where are you holding on in a relationship, in circumstances? Where could you let go more? Because that is going to be key, that flow and that letting go and that welcoming in as it's coming in, all of those connections and circumstances that are right for you, that are aligned for you, that you can't make happen, but that are being divinely brought in for you. That letting go of that old is still so important. Okay. All right. So we will feel into the messages for each sign now. And thank you. Have a wonderful month. Hi, Aries. These are your messages for May 2021. This is what your guides would like you to know for the month ahead for your greatest good and highest purpose, Aries. Thank you. We are starting with the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is about worry. It's about feeling anxious, feeling unsure, okay? Yeah, because change is happening. So much change is happening that it might have you feeling a little on edge this month. It might have you feeling like, what about this? What about that? But you know, the thing about the Tower is that it is happening divinely. I mean, lightning's literally striking it. That doesn't mean that this change is anything bad or that it has to feel bad, because you can see in this card, he's gracefully leaping out. He's using it to his advantage. He is staying agile and staying ready and flexible. That's what it's about. You know, if he was in this energy of worry and rigidity, it really wouldn't serve him. So this is about this month, making sure you stay flexible, making sure, just like we talked in the intro, you stay balanced in all four of those energies, and that you stay agile, you know, just like he is. Be ready, because what you're doing is you're moving away from the way things have been, the established way, and you're moving into a new way that is being unfolded, that is guided, You know, you were doing things before kind of by the book, by the template, by the blueprint that you knew. Well, Spirit has just come in, or is coming in May, and just sort of going, you know, no more of that, because it's restricting you. It's keeping you hemmed in. And Spirit is freeing you. Spirit wants to free you here. This is your higher self saying, let's go, Aries, let's go. Because it is right. It is good. It is balanced. It is for your good. So, you know, please know that even though this energy of anxiety and worry is here, and all this shift, this is a really good thing. And it's definitely one of those months where when you get to the end, you'll be like, oh, why did I worry so much? You know, everything is working out. Yes, that thing needed to end. Yes, that cycle needed to end. It had to happen. This month, Aries, pay close attention to your soul connections. Pay close attention to who Spirit is bringing into your life. And make sure that you're not clinging to anyone or anything out of a sense of security, out of a sense of, oh, I don't want to let go of this. I've never not had it. You know, it's the same with this blueprint idea. You've been there, done that with the old way. And now it's time for you to move into the new way and experience the success of that. You will experience success and victory in that. But you first will need to let go of what is familiar. And May, for you, I am feeling this Wheel of Fortune to be around the full moon eclipse on the 26th. It will bring some very key changes that are happening for you, okay? These changes are going to bring a lot of clarity for you, Aries. These are not changes that are going to make you feel more worried, more confused. These are all shifts that are going to bring you clarity and peace. So a great affirmation for you to start using now would be, thank you, guides, thank you, Spirit, that you are bringing me into more clarity, making everything to happen this month as it divinely should happen, as it is divinely intended. I am open and ready and flexible and welcoming the changes and shifts that you're bringing in. And I release anything of the old that's no longer fit, that's no longer serving, okay? All right, beautiful, Aries. And next is Taurus. This is the message for Taurus for May 2021. These are the messages for Taurus for May 2021. Thank you. Also with the Tower, so Aries had this as well. This Tower is very much about shift and change that is beyond your control. You're not going to feel in control of this shift and change. You may not even acknowledge, Taurus, that you are feeling the shift and the changes. You may stay in a place of going, what shift? What change? I'm not changing. And that's up to you. You're going to see, however, that the changes will benefit you. You're also going to see that there are things that are no longer going to feel tolerable to you anymore. So whether you acknowledge them or not, you know, this High Priestess is about keeping things to yourself. Whether you acknowledge the changes or not, whether you acknowledge the way that they're affecting you or not, or whether you say you want them, you don't want them, whether you choose to accept them or not, they are coming in for you, and you will need to at least look within, Taurus, and go, all right, you know, these changes are hard for me. It's important for you to acknowledge the hurt that you've been through, the difficulty, even if you're just acknowledging it to you. But it would be great if you could speak with someone about it. Because when you do that, and when you stop resisting the change that Spirit's bringing in, when you stop resisting these shifts, when you stop kind of plugging your ears and closing your eyes, and you embrace that cup, you'll see that it's there to serve you. But right now, I am, you know, seeing you closing your eyes to some guidance, or at least if you're not closing your eyes, you're closing your mouth. You're not acknowledging it, for sure. Yeah, you're closing your eyes. There's the blindfold. There's this gate of the mind that says, no, I don't want this change. This is definitely about you resisting change this month. So if I were a Taurus listening to this reading, I would say to myself, how will it benefit me to at least acknowledge these shifts and changes to myself, and at least feel them? And the way it will benefit you is huge, because it will move you more in to alignment with your soul purpose. You'll feel more in alignment when you accept those changes. You are being lovingly nudged, Taurus, maybe in some cases pretty forcefully nudged. But you're being nudged by the divine to move into the lane of the alignment of your soul purpose. You know what it's like? It's like when remember when we were all upgrading to higher capacity internet? And you remember the people, maybe the older people, that wanted to hang on to the cord in the wall? And the technological people were like, no, it's really going to benefit you to go to wireless. It's really going to be good. And it just took some people longer. But once they shifted over, it was like, wow, a whole new world. That's what you're going to see once you do give in, or give in's not, that doesn't feel right. Once you do see how these changes are benefiting you. Okay. But just know that the resistance you're feeling, it is understood by Spirit. And you can even say to your guides, hey, I know you're making all these changes to happen. I'm sure they're for my good. I'm just having trouble with them. Can you help me? A great affirmation for you to use, Taurus, this month is going to be, I willingly release any resistance to the changes that are coming in for me. I see how my inner resistance might be depriving me of some good things that Spirit's bringing me. And I don't want to go on denying myself those things. Also good to affirm will be, I am willing to feel all the feelings deeply that I need to feel for my greatest good in order to allow this healing to happen that's happening this month. Okay, Taurus, thank you. And next is Gemini. This is the message for Gemini. Okay, Gemini, you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is about releasing sadness. It's about mourning in a way. It's about, yeah, everyone so far has gotten this Tower. I wonder if everyone will get it. So 5 of Cups, Tower, that's a lot of change. That's a lot of transformation this month. And Gemini, it will be important for you to acknowledge that what is happening here with all this change and shift of the Tower is that Spirit's ending some suffering for you. You've been having a hard time, and Spirit's saying, okay, that's enough of that. Let's take those things that are hurting Gemini out of the picture. It's time for you to stop hurting in that way. And Gemini, you have the King and the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords is a very rigid energy. And this Queen of Swords cuts away things that are not serving. Just says, that's not going to do it. That's not going to do it. No to this, no to that. Okay. So it will be important in May, Gemini, for you to be shifting from the old mental patterns that say you have to suffer and be sad into this new, freer way that says, no, I can live life. I can embrace life. I can see my ships coming in. I get good stuff. Here comes my delivery. That Queen of Swords is you ending the way you've been thinking, because you've been thinking that you are always going to suffer, always be sad, that sadness was never going to leave. But in May, Spirit is putting an end to that. But it will be up to you to cooperate with Spirit, Gemini, and say, okay, I see how you're bringing these good changes into my life. And I am going to stand up for my boundaries. I am going to stand up for myself. I am going to say, especially with romance, this is no longer serving me. That's no longer serving me. These mental perceptions of myself and the other person, or myself and even a potential partner, they're not serving me anymore. I'm ready to start a new way that's more in alignment, that is has more joy in it, that is more uplifting, that's allowing all these good things to come in. But this Queen of Swords is key for you, Gemini, and that is about saying, I no longer need to tolerate suffering. That's over. I'm no longer going to attract in and vibrate with these things that do not make me happy. I'm going to cut those out willingly and allow all the good to come in, especially, Gemini, with romance. You keep getting this Lover's card, and especially with romance, it's important to see what those romantic relationships are showing you, particularly regarding conflict, drama, things that you've been allowing yourself to be exposed to, that it's time to cut out completely, okay? And a wonderful affirmation for you, Gemini, for the month of May is going to be, I am ready to release what no longer serves me and what no longer feels good, and I'm ready to embrace the good things that are coming in for me with these changes this month. And I am now attracting in all the people and circumstances that are in alignment with a higher vibration. Okay. All right. And next we will have Cancer. These are the messages for Cancer for the month of May. Thank you. What would you like for Cancer to know for the month of May? Thank you. Okay, so like Gemini, Cancer, you're starting off with the 5 of Cups. This is that old sadness. Yes, you're moving from sadness and suffering into confidence and command. That is so good to see. Okay, you're moving from sadness and suffering into confidence and command in your connection with the divine. You're moving, Cancer, into your magician power. Great job. You are ready this month to say no more to the cycles of suffering, to the ways you've been holding yourself back and keeping yourself in the sadness. You're ready to now step into this power as the Emperor and the Magician, manifesting, creating with the divine. These are both very powerful cards about you working with the divine, Cancer, in your full power. Every single person, every single sign so far has gotten the Tower. So May will absolutely be a month of shift and change. And for you, Cancer, that shift, that change is about you coming into more solar plexus power, more confidence within, more knowing that you have the divine on your side. Nothing can hold you back. Nothing and no one. No one who represents human authority or human tradition, human structure, the past, not able to hold you back anymore, because Spirit is breaking you free of it with the Tower. Spirit is bringing in, Cancer, what you rightfully deserve. Spirit is bringing in what you rightfully deserve. So make sure this month that you're letting go of any old sadness that you've been clinging to as kind of a security blanket. Make sure you're letting go of that, because you're not a victim anymore. You are now walking your spirit path confidently. It might feel very new. It will feel very new. In May, and Cancer, many of you will be taking on an entirely new undertaking. Taking on a new undertaking. You'll be diving in to something totally new. But you can be confident in that you are supported, that you are working with the divine, that you will have everything you need, and that you are in charge. Okay. So Cancer, a wonderful affirmation for you for the month of May will be, thank you, Spirit, thank you, guides, that you are using me powerfully as a divine tool and vessel. I am confidently moving forward on my path, knowing that you're guiding me every step, and I'm releasing any sadness and suffering of the past, no longer needing to carry it forward with me, because I'm moving forward in this strength. Okay? All right, beautiful. And next is Leo. What are the messages for Leo for May 2021? The messages for Leo for May 2021. The moon. Okay, Leo. So something is, you're needing to look at something in May that you're kind of afraid to look at. You're afraid. Oh. Yours has to do with love. Okay. What is the Seven of Pentacles? Thank you. For Leo. Oh, wow. So the love you've been waiting for, is here in May. And it's a deeper love, a higher love. But you're afraid, Leo, of opening your heart fully, because you're afraid of this next level. That's okay. So yeah, you're afraid of someone else having that much power over you. Okay, well, they don't have power over you. You are powerful together in this soul connection, but you're afraid that, oh no, if this deeper, this very real deep love is coming in, then that makes me susceptible to being hurt. That makes me afraid I'm going to be rejected. But that cycle of when you were attracting in from a place where you had to see that wound of rejection, where you had to see that wound of being afraid of letting someone in that deeply, that is over. That cycle is over. Now you can move into this place of, I have attracted in this beautiful love, and it is safe for me to open up to it, and I am worthy of it. Leo, it's above all this month going to be about you stepping into your worth and letting yourself believe and know that you're worthy of this deep connection, that you're worthy of receiving this higher love, this deeper love. This love could be coming through a relationship you've had forever that is just deepening now, and You're in the deeper, deeper waters of the ocean, and that can be scary because, oh, wow, you know, I didn't know my heart could open to this much love, and maybe you're worried about doing that. Definitely worried about opening up, because the Two of Swords is about remaining closed, remaining defensive. Okay, so that's what it's important to feel into this month, because Leo, it's your time for your inner child to play, to be joyful, to feel connected in whatever ways this is coming in. And the time of you having to feel the suffering of the heart in order to see that wound, in order to allow that wound to heal, that time is over. You don't need to attract in woundedness anymore. You are now attracting in healedness and deeper love. So it's okay to open up and let it in this month. You're not going to be hurt in that. The only thing that could hurt you would be staying closed off from it. Okay? Beautiful. Yes, you're definitely ready for this next level of love and connection. And however this comes in May. More support, deeper connection. It's all there for you. So any fear of letting it in, just look at that. And a wonderful affirmation for you for this month, Leo, will be, thank you, guides, thank you, Spirit, that you've brought in, that you're bringing in this higher love and this deeper love. And thank you that you are helping me to know how to receive it. Thank you that you're moving my ego, my mind out of the way and helping me receive the gifts of this connection that you're bringing in, that you have brought in, and all the gifts of that. And affirm, you know, I am worthy. I am worthy of this. Okay? Beautiful. And next is Virgo. These are the messages for Virgo for May 2021. For Virgo for May 2021. Thank you. Virgo, you start with the Five of Swords. It feels like you're having to battle someone. But, you know, a lot of signs this month are getting fives. Five of Cups, Five of Swords, and the Tower. These are all energies of major change and shift. And Virgo with the Queen of Cups, this is about you knowing this month that self-care is key, that self-love is key, that loving yourself too much to make yourself go through this having to fight, having to be in conflict, having to feel like you're on your own, doing everything on your own here. No, allow your soul connection or connections to support you. Virgo, May for you is about healing the wound that says you have to do it all on your own, and that you have to fight every battle on your own, and that you just have to do it all. No, that was the past. Now you have support. Now you have deeper connection. Now you can let yourself receive and practice love for yourself, letting it in, letting you actually put yourself first so that others can benefit, so that you can benefit, and then others can benefit even more than ever before. You are definitely healing some ancestral wounds, Virgo, and you're moving more this month of May into your true power, into your full power. You're not wasting your time and energy anymore with these little battles or big battles. No, you're stepping into the sun. So Virgo, the month of May for you is beautifully about stepping into ease, dropping the battle, dropping the swords, saying, I'm not going to fight anymore myself or circumstances or anybody else. I'm going to move into ease. I'm going to allow myself to be supported. I am choosing this. I'm choosing this. It may, feel maybe you may be afraid to do this. You may be, you know what? It's when you let yourself receive love and support on this level, Virgo, it's going to make you feel really deeply. So you may feel, when you do this shifting, you may feel all these intense emotions because you've been carrying so much for so long. You've been like a soldier in battle for so long. So when you let yourself rest in May and let yourself be supported, you may be feeling a lot of emotions. That's totally okay. It's actually good. You need to feel those. They have wonderful gifts underneath them. All those feelings do, okay? So this is your time to receive, and it is good. And a wonderful affirmation for you this month, Virgo, would be, thank you for all the support and love that's being brought in for me. And thank you that I no longer have to take care of everything on my own. And I am gratefully receiving all of the support and resources that are coming in for me. Beautiful. And next is Libra. What are the messages for Libra for May 2021? Thank you. For Libra. For May 2021. Thank you. The Tower. Just about everybody's gotten the Tower this month. The Tower is shift. The Tower is change. It is change that is coming in divinely, just like this lightning bolt, to free you. To free you from the places you've been confined. This Tower is coming in to help you. To free you. Okay, so it is good. Yes, very, very good. Libra, Tower is coming to bring you justice. You have been praying, you've been asking, you've been aligning, and here comes your justice. Okay. I'm going to ask into this Three of Swords because justice sometimes does come with some hard things to face, but when you're facing them, it really will benefit you. Okay, so what's happening is your heart is being broken open so that it can expand to receive more. Okay, because you have, with that Three of Swords, you have the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups. So Libra, this is talking about you being very supported, receiving a lot of support through that heartache. So when your heart is feeling that pain this month, for whatever reason, whatever changes are happening that hurt your heart, you are going to receive gifts through this deep connection, through the love that is there for you. You may feel like, this justice is coming in and I don't want all of these shifts. I don't want all of these changes. You may feel that. Just notice and know that, you have been asking for them. You have been praying for them. They are for your good. And this is about, Libra, you being moved into more confidence, into more power in your life, in your relationships, because you did feel before like you were confined, like you were imprisoned. And all of this is happening this month to set you free. And yes, some of the ways you're being set free may hurt your heart, but you have so many gifts and so much support coming in the form of physical abundance, in the form of love, in the form of personal power, in the form of divine justice. It's all for your good. So this month, Libra, just practice moving with the changes and lifting yourself up above the things that are, the things that your mind would want to focus on that are hard about those changes. So a wonderful affirmation for you, Libra, is thank you that all these changes are happening for my greatest good and highest purpose. Thank you for all the support and love and divine justice and physical gifts that are being brought in for me now. And I open to receive them. And thank you that This pain in my heart is being healed with all of this good that's coming in. Okay? All right. Next is Scorpio. Scorpio, these are your messages for May 2021. Thank you. You have the Two of Wands. So Scorpio, this month is about you moving forward on your path. Okay? You may feel some fear of just what you're being shown inside yourself. You know, this is that thing about sometimes the scariest thing is seeing our own power, our own light. Sometimes the scariest thing is seeing our own inner child. Because this is a month, Scorpio, where you're going to be reconnecting with the child within. And you're going to be moved forward in a direction that is very much about you getting to live the life now that you dreamed of as a little child, the life that, you know, getting to live in a way that little child you would have just loved. Yes, it is this new beginning that's in alignment with what's right for the true, authentic you. Okay, but it does require you recognizing the places where you need to stand up for yourself. You need to say, this is what I want. You need to let go of security, let go of any sense of kind of approval, or this is the way I should be doing things. You need to move more from your heart this month, Scorpio, as you move forward on that path. And that may be scary, but you're very, very supported in it. You have a lot of energy of momentum this month in moving away from the heavier stuff of the past. You're being projected forward. You're being moved forward in a very effortless way. And it is good. And you have been asking for it, manifesting it. Okay. For some of you, Scorpio, this is going to be about you finding or being connected with this partner that's so loving, that's, you know, the one that you've been wanting to connect with, the type of love you've been wanting. Scorpio, this is a really successful month for you energetically. You're going to feel like, wow, yes, I'm moving into so much new that's good. But the key is going to be cutting away and being willing to drop the things that are no longer, that are just heavy. You know, kind of like when you go up in a hot air balloon, you have to cut those heavy sandbags away. It's important for you to look within this month and see where you need to do that, where you need to cut away those heavy bags that you've been holding on to from the past so that you can rise into all this new, wonderful beginning that makes your heart so happy. You're allowed to be happy, Scorpio. You're allowed to be. And it's time. So, but you will need to stand up for it. You will need to say, I'm standing up for my joy. I'm standing up for my happiness. I'm standing up for my little inner child and doing this, moving forward in this direction. So a great affirmation for you, Scorpio, is thank you for the support I'm receiving and moving forward on the path that is in alignment with my heart's joy, with my heart being able to love and receive love fully. And I am now ready to release and cut away anything that is no longer serving me in that. I am ready to move away from the heaviness of the past into this lightness of my new life. Okay? Beautiful. All right. Next will be Sagittarius. Sagittarius. These are your messages for May 2021. You have the Ace of Wands. This is kind of the best start we've seen to the spread of any sign. Yeah, looking good for you, Sagittarius. We do have the Sagittarius full moon with a full eclipse happening on the 26th. So these energies, they're feeling really good for you. This is about you coming into a sense of connectedness within, a sense of your own power. I mean, this Ace of Wands, that is, you've got the power. I'm hearing that song, you know? And yeah, all about you moving into this new life. This new life that's in alignment with your higher self, in your power. Loving that. King of Wands, thank you. What else would you like Sagittarius to know? Ah, nice. So you've got a lot of fiery movement forward. Make sure you are taking loving care of yourself in the midst of all these changes. I'm also seeing here this really loving pairing. So for some Sagittarius watching this, this is about a partnership where one of you is shifting very much into their soul knowing, their soul purpose, their passion. And one of you is learning to be more loving to themselves, to require more for themselves, to take better care of themselves. This is the end of someone being a martyr. It's really good. And it's a bringing of more balance, right? When I was saying balance, Justice card comes out, into your life. So you're being moved into balance, into all of this new fiery energy. Some of you Sagittarius are really going to be inspired this month. I'm seeing a lot of bursts of inspiration coming through. Okay. So the key for you, Sagittarius, will be to fully embrace this new time and this new energy and not look back. Not allow yourself to look back. Not allow your mind to drag you back, because that's the only thing that could. Because this is a month that's got so many good energies in it. The only thing that could kind of harsh that mellow would be your mind going, let's go back to the pain of the past because it's familiar. Don't do that, because you're being moved into so much abundance in this new beginning. It's really good. So just be mindful. Just be mindful of the ways that your mind might be trying to drag you back. And when that happens, ask your guides, please help me to stay in this present moment of all these gifts that are coming in, and to release any attachment to the sadness, the things that I don't like, and help me focus on these really good things that are coming in. So Sagittarius, a great, wonderful affirmation for you for the month of May is going to be thank you that all of this inspiration, this movement forward, this momentum is happening for me this month. And thank you for helping me to release any holding on to sadness of the past or any holding on to anything of the past as I fully embrace these new beginnings and this beautiful inspiration that's coming through. Okay? All right. Next is Capricorn. These are the messages for Capricorn for May 2021. You start with the Hierophant. You're leaving a lot behind of the past. Yep, because you know your truth. The King of Wands knows his truth and is confident and powerful, so powerful. And this is really a bit of a, you can see it's kind of a face-off here. We've got the Hierophant versus the King of Wands. So the Hierophant, this is the old guard on their way out. The King of Wands coming in saying, I'm taking over. This is happening inside of you this month, Capricorn. So what is this fear? What is the moon? What are you afraid of? What is it? Well, it's simply a fear of all the wonderful blessings coming in, because this Hierophant didn't show you how to receive those. You're having to learn. So, Capricorn, sometimes blessings and wonderful gifts coming in, it can feel like, oh no, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? How do I receive this? I know it's right. It's the King of Wands, but I just haven't been shown. And you know, these new wonderful things coming in are going to change everything. They are. So the key for you is going to be to stay connected with that child inside of you, with that childlike joy and wonder and awe. Because, you know, when you're a child, everything's new, everything's always changing. But we don't have fear attached to that yet when you're a child. You're taught to fear it by the Hierophant, by those who came before you, who are just teaching you things, conditioning you out of fear, out of wanting to protect you. But it's time to let those protective ways fall away, because it's time for you to receive all the joy. It's time. Wheel of Fortune. There is a key moment. I am getting this Wheel of Fortune tied to the full moon eclipse in Sagittarius on the 26th. And this moment, around that time, is bringing you great success. It is bringing you great success on your journey, on your receiving of all these gifts. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, okay. So, just, it's important this month, Capricorn, to feel into where might you be trying to protect yourself by saying, no deal, that all sounds too high stakes, I'm not going to receive it. Nah. Because that would just be, you know, a temptation this month to say, well, this is all a lot. I don't think I'm down for that, you know. But make sure you're mindful of the ways your mind might be coming in to do that, because that is just based in fear. And it's based in fear that if you receive too much, it's like when you have more to lose, right? So Capricorn, you've been kind of comforted in a weird way, not weird, but in a counter mind way. You've been comforted by not having, because if you don't have, then you don't have something to lose. But in May, you're going to be moved into so many gifts. It will just be important to work with that energy that says, it's okay to receive. It's not putting me at risk to receive, because this is all what's meant for me. It can't be taken from me. I can deprive myself of it, but it can't be taken from me. So a wonderful affirmation for you for this month, Capricorn, is going to be, I open to receive all these gifts that are coming in, and I release any fear around receiving them. Guides, Spirit, please help me to release and move through any fear of receiving all these gifts, and thank you for all of these wonderful things that are coming in now. Okay, all these changes. All right, and next is Aquarius. Aquarius, these are your messages for the month of May 2021. For Aquarius, thank you. The World. Wow, Aquarius, you're graduating, you're leveling up in a big way this month, moving forward in a big way. This literally feels like graduation for many Aquarius receiving this. And many of you will be making choices as you graduate, whether literally or figuratively. You're making choices that you're having to decide, am I going to do things the way I'm expected to, or am I going to do things the way that I'm being guided to do them? Because you're being moved into something really wonderful that you are worthy of, what's right for you. This is about what's right for you. And I'm also getting, Aquarius, that for you, there's this beautiful message around you receiving a divine gift from your ancestors. Okay. So Aquarius, your ancestors did without a lot. Your ancestors suffered a lot of things that you're not going to have to. because you get to receive the Pentacle, this Queen of Pentacles, of what you're worthy of what they wish they could have had, but they couldn't, so now they get to enjoy it through you. So do call upon those ancestors this month, Aquarius, to help move you into receiving all of these wonderful gifts, all these wonderful new beginnings, and also to protect you. Because as you break ancestral patterns of lack and doing without and not receiving what you're worthy of, you know, there's conditioning, there's programming, and there's lower energy that wants to come in and challenge you in that. So ask for the help of your ancestors. You'll be receiving help on a soul level in many ways this month, Aquarius. Okay? This is a month to move into that confidence. I am worthy. I am in alignment with my soul purpose. I have leveled up. It is time for me to receive a life and a love and gifts that are in alignment with this higher vibration. And that's your affirmation this month, Aquarius. I am ready to, on behalf of myself and my entire ancestry, step up and receive what is divinely right for me without fear and in total confidence that I'm strong enough and worthy to receive it. Okay, beautiful. And finally, Pisces. These are your messages, Pisces. For the month of May, you have the Chariot. You are being moved forward swiftly. There's a lot of momentum happening this month. We have many energetic things that are moving you forward, Pisces. Many things that are for you, going to work for you and move you forward. So the key for you is going to be to cut down anything that's standing in the way. Just not let it. Okay. What is this High Priestess? I'm also seeing you, Pisces, needing to speak your boundaries more, to say, you know, if you're talking to someone and you feel a little dragged down by the vibration, by the conversation, it's going to be important for you to put yourself first and say, oh, you know what? I have to change what we're talking about, or I have to go. Because you're no longer going to be tolerating a lot. You're no longer going to be tolerating things. You really just don't have time or energy because you're moving forward so fast. You don't have time for lower vibration stuff. You got places to go. You got places to go here. Places to go, soul purposes to live out. Okay, so you may feel this month kind of like, oh, I feel bad because I have to not entertain, you know, some of these things like I used to. And maybe you'll have worries about, well, what if, you know, are they okay? Because Pisces, I know your heart worries a lot about other people and you don't want to hurt anybody else, and I understand. But this is going to be a month to put yourself first, to make yourself a priority, and to know you're being moved forward divinely. Yeah, there's a lot of energy for you around being afraid of shutting out others. You're not shutting anybody out. They're going to be watching you. They're going to be watching you and learning, okay? So you're not shutting anyone out. You're showing them the way, okay? So it is important to move forward knowing that as you shift, allow yourself to be lifted into that higher vibration, you are being used divinely. And if it feels bad on a personal level to move forward, just talk to your guides about it and say, thank you that you're using me powerfully in my soul purpose. And I release to you anybody else on their journey. And you can even say to them all the things you're afraid of. I'm afraid I'm going to hurt somebody. I'm afraid I don't want anybody to feel bad. But no, you are lifting everyone up when you do what's right for you. You're lifting everyone up when you do what's right for you and when you embrace those changes. So Pisces, a wonderful affirmation for you for May will be, thank you for helping me, guides and spirit, to embrace all of this movement forward and to know that I'm being used powerfully in my soul purpose and that this will serve you, the divine, and serve others through me. So knowing that when, I'm getting that that I can do all things. So saying, Pisces, I can do all things through you, the divine, and the strength of the divine. It is safe for me to move forward. It is safe for me to feel this momentum. It is good. Okay? And anyone who's meant to vibrate around you will be brought in. Beautiful. You're doing amazingly, Pisces. I just want to give you extra encouragement because you're doing a lot this month moving forward. Good job. All right. Thank you. And we will connect again soon. Have a wonderful May.